Continues with a heavy dose of citrus. The Toronto Raptors come into Game 3 up 2-0 with a relentless desire to thrust them to a third straight victory. The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Celtics. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Toronto Raptors. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with MP. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Melvin Johnson is out there with Stevenson. And it's Porter in at the point. Taking a look at Boston. You know, there's been a large gap between their expectations and their performance. But here at home, this crowd will give them a burst of energy. You can feel it.
There's nothing quite like a home crowd in the postseason. I'd expect this place to give every ounce of energy to encourage their team tonight.
And so it's the Celtics putting on the board first. That one falls.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. The D is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain it.
Outside, White. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's quickly. MP looking around. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. MP's got his second basket of the game. And it's Porter with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They'll come off a real tough loss on Wednesday.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
And you got to admire the tenacity from Barnes. Love seeing him take charge like that.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Brown outside. A rebound by Brandon Ingram.
And not allowing the shooter in an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
Boston with the ball after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Brown. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
And he gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Porter. By the screen on Barnes. The 3 from Johnson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. MP with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. MP outside. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. MP's got 6 points.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
And so the timeout. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Brown outside. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
MP, no good. Celtics trail by 7. And Porter, here we go. Takes the 13-footer. Stevenson kicks to Porter. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to White. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. White's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Celtics. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForte. Allie, it's all yours.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. To the inside. Quickly. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
Outside, White. Pass to Johnson. Oh, good on the triple. Raptors leading by 6. To the paint. That's good from Barnes on the assist by MP. Barnes has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Barnes, so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
Here's White. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. White against MP. Stolen by Stevenson. Takes a 3. White, good. White's got 11 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
And that one's good quickly.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Stolen by Quickly. In the corner, it's Ingram. It's stolen by Brown. Johnson, the pass to Porter. For the 3. It's rebounded by Quickly.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Barnes. No good with the fallback jumper. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, everything Johnson does on the court, he does with force.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And some changes here for the Celtics. Murray's checked in for... Changes for Boston. Bowl, he's checked in for Stevenson. Johnson comes in for Murray. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Derek White. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. MP comes in for Trey Jones. Setting the floor for the Raptors. MP out there with Walter. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Achua. And Murray Boyles in a power forward. It's Porter outside. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Here's MP. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. 10 points for him.
Well, he probably didn't need the fadeaway. There's an example of style.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. Roll a screen on MP. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
MP finds Achua. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. It's MP attacking. Up and in on the layup. And now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
It's stolen by Johnson. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Porter. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by Achua. The Raptors have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. At the elbow, it's MP. Fades back. It's a big high bounce and goes in. MP's got 16 points.
And when lots of guys are overlooking the mid-range, it's nice to see MP featuring in his game.
Pass to Johnson. Down low. The kick out to Porter. Here's Bull. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
The Celtics shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Stevenson comes in for Keldon Johnson. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Brown. Now Bull. Here's White. Fires for 3. MB grabs the miss. To the middle. Right through contact. MP.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Outside White. Pass to Brown. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Boston put on a show. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Walters checked in. 1:53 left to play here in the half. Johnson, the pass to Porter. Pass to Stevenson. Johnson in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 14-4 run. MP passes to Pirtle. And that one is good. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Porter, bounce pass. Brown outside. Pass to Johnson. White, wide open. He fired. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. White's got 14 points for the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Fades away. Rebound, Boston. Stevenson's got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing run. This one for 3. And it's MV with the rebound. MV's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Saw the play develop, got out in front of the defense, and Barnes there finishes on the break.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Johnson. Out to White for 3. It's hauled in by MP. Raptors leading by 6. From past the arc. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
Johnson outside. It's up a three. The shot comes out.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back to the three of his own.
And the first half is now in the books. The Raptors out in front, up 9. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the Boston Celtics.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
That was 1987.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, they find themselves down 2-0. Could be looking at a tough path forward. Shaq, is panic part of the vocabulary?
Normally, you don't say panic in situations like these, but right now, these guys need to smash that panic button, do something different.
I don't think they could take the same approach and win this series. Adjustments are needed for them to get back in it.
Just like adjustments are needed here in the studio, but that's a story for another day. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
The passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Well, it's nothing new for him. They are at their best when he's setting the table like that.
The Raptors with the lead. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Stevenson is out there with Keldon Johnson, and it's Porter at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Brown kicks to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. The Raptors shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. It's stolen by Johnson. Virgil with the steal. Inside, here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Johnson outside. Back to Porter. Over in the corner, White. No good from outside.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not.
Oh, look at that!
Just unbelievable. Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Celtics trail by 13. Johnson outside. Brown outside. Fires top of the key. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, this is not what they envisioned coming out of the break. Missing their first 3 shots.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Boston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And it's White missing.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
And good that time. MP's got 31.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Porter finds Johnson. Brown sets a screen for Johnson. In the corner, it's Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. There's Porter with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Johnson, the pass to Porter. Brown against Ingram. Shot clock at 5. A fader. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Whoa! How about that slam?
Somebody got their feelings hurt on that one.
Incredible.
Just stunning the defense and the crowd, for that matter. How artistic was that dunk by MP?
Porter dishes to Johnson. Brown with a screen on Barnes. Over in the corner, White. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
And with that 3 ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Raptors.
To the middle, here's Barnes, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And Barnes, an all-around threat, a good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
Out to White from deep. Toronto grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
2 points. That one goes. Quickly's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Porter finds Johnson. From downtown. Not going to go that time. Good D by Barnes. MP with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Down low. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by MP. MP's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Brown against Ingram. Brown the pass to Stevenson. And he banks in the layup. Stevenson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Savvy. Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
A 3 from MP. Nailed from 3-point land.
But he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Porter dishes to Johnson. Outside, White from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Boston shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Porter outside, and it's MP with the rebound.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Here's Ingram. Will not go. This is off the front eye. And it's Porter with the ball for Boston. And White kicks to Brown. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
Brown does a nice job of
And a new group in for the Celtics. Cole, he's checked in for Stevenson. Murray comes in for Keldon Johnson. Sam Hauser's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Kevin Porter.
huge night for him. I love how he's searching for his shot attempt, trying to carry them to the finish line.
And it's White missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
MP against White, and it's Hauser in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
MP, no good. The Celtics shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Out left to the wing. Jacks up a three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here's MP for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 44.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pritchard passes to White. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the three on the other end.
And the basket by MP.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Raptors out in front, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball. New group. Stevenson is checked in for Bol. Johnson comes in for Murray. Derek White's checked in for Sam Hauser. And Porter subbed in for Pritchard. So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter and Murray Boyles in at the 4. Porter double team. Out to White. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Griffith.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And here's MP for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. MP's got 50 points.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
Johnson outside. Over in the corner, White. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Again, what an avalanche! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Johnson. A 3 ball. White with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the inside, stolen by Stevenson. Outside, Porter. Now, here's Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
9 feet out. Griffith can't get it to go. The Celtics shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. White the pass to Johnson. And stolen by MP. Fast break, here they come. Pushing it up. Shoots the 3. Walter, good.
Another good play. And this is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And a wide open look for Porter. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so, MV will bring it up for Toronto. 3-pointer connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Pass to White, takes the 3. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Off target with his three. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Johnson kicks to Porter. Off target from three-point range. Toronto's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. And here's MP for 3. Rebound, Boston.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. Nice ball movement by Boston. White with it. Now defended by MP. Johnson, that's for 2. And a towel with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the mess.
And the Celtics shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for the Raptors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this series has really gone their way.
Yeah, it looks like a sweep may be in the cards with tonight's win. They'll be going up 3-0, and this is exactly what they wanted to do.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Boston, no good that time either. Fires from deep, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Boston now. Johnson right side. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Max Strus is checked in for Trey Jones. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's MP for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Free throw good. Ordered. Both good from the line that time. Here's MP. Lets it go with the 3. And again, 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpful.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Alan LaForest, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. So long.
PlayStation